Well, I had planned to work on that pile of junk I just got today, but we have no power. Power is out for the third time in like 2 weeks. So I think it's only fitting that I fire up one of my generators and see if I can get that running. I got like 3 that work, but I've got another one I've had for a while. I haven't tried to get running, so I think I'm going to push all this crap out of the way and drag the generator out and see if I can get that running. Alright, got a little path cleared out here, and there she is, a PowerMate 6875. I think all it needs is some carb work and fuel system work, but let's drag her out into the light here and see what we can do with it. Well, here it is in all of its glory. Got a Honda 11 horse. I picked this thing up probably over a year ago and just never messed with it. Got it for free, never messed with it because I had 3 other working generators, so figured what do I need this one for? But now that the power is out, it reminds me that redundancy is never a bad thing, especially if these power outages keep happening. It becomes a reoccurring theme. And yep, drain the gas out of it, so that's good. But I know that the carburetor is unhappy, and the foam filter's getting a little iffy, but that's not a big deal. So let's see if we can dig into this thing. I always hated working on these generators, but yeah, let's pull it apart, see what the carburetor looks like. Alright, I got the air filter base off, and you can see how nasty that carburetor is. And I also just realized that the fuel bowl is MIA, so yeah, I'm going to need one of those. I probably got one out back somewhere in the pile that we can make work, but yeah, I don't like working on these Hondas. Too much crap in the way. But let's get that off of there and see if it looks like maybe we can clean it. Maybe. We'll find out. Well, I got the carb off and she's pretty nasty. I mean, that pin should just push out, but she's gooed right in there. And you can see all the crap in the throttle and choke lever. I can barely move the thing. There we go. She's all gooed up. But I think maybe I can save it and make it work. But first we got to go back and see if we can find a bowl for it, because if I can't find a bowl, then it ain't no good. Tech tip number 324. It never hurts to have a lawnmower grass bag full of carburetors. That might be a decent bowl right there, I don't know. But we'll look through and see if we can find one that fits. Alright, I think that'll do. Different carburetor a little bit, but I think the bowls are the same, so we'll bring it. And while I'm out here, I figured I'd show you. I upgraded the shed a little bit out back here. See if they work. I got myself some lighting. Isn't that fancy? Solar powered motion detector spotlights things. They were like 11 bucks, and you can actually see a little bit in this place. So it's kind of a little side note, I guess. While I was here, I'd show you my fancy new lights and chainsaws. Anybody need a chainsaw? Well, I had to go back to the carburetor bag. The carburetor I pulled out, the bowl was too small. Luckily, I still had one of these big ones, which is kind of cool because I melted almost every carburetor I had down. So the fact that I had one left, pretty sweet. Also, when I was gone, the power came back on. We're still going to finish this though. And I found my carb spray. It's a good day all around. Let's get this off, see if that bowl's going to be okay. And maybe I'll save the float and the needle, because that looks pretty gooey. Well, we'll take it apart and see what we can clean out of it. Well, I'm starting to get the carburetor apart so I can clean it, and I ran into my first issue. There's a little plastic deal in there you got to get out if you want to clean it good. And of course, it just pops out, but the top popped off of it. Luckily the other one had a whole one, and I was able to screw just a sheetrock screw in there and yank that out. So I've got one, no big deal, but this is one of the many reasons I don't rebuild these little carburetors. You throw them away and buy a new one, save yourself the aggravation. But I'll keep going. I got that out now. I can clean in there, and I got everything pretty well freed up, I think. Probably do a little more work to it, but not bad. We'll make sure that's clean, and then I might use the float from this one and the needle. They don't look great, but they look better than that, so we'll see if we can patch it together and make it work. Well, it's back together. Is it clean? Not really. Is it clean enough to work? I think it might be. So we'll go ahead and throw that back on, and I went ahead and put a little gas in there and kind of flushed the line out, and it came out pretty clean. I just got to dump it into a dirty bucket that didn't come out of it, but we'll go ahead and hook it up and see if it works. I hope it will. Well, I got the carburetor and the air filter base on, and it passed the first test. I went ahead and I turned the gas on, and it's not dripping out, so that's a good sign. I think it might work. And I was looking around, looking for all the on-off switches, and I saw this, which doesn't help me at all, that stupid duct tape thing. Why wouldn't they just put a line here that says on, you know, with your little marker, instead of a piece of duct tape up there? Like what on is down, but on is not down. On is that way. Whatever. So I got that on, and I don't know. We'll just turn that on. Motor, engine. We'll call that on. And got some gas in it. We'll pull the choke and see if she works. Maybe less choke. Hopefully I got enough gas in it. Oh, come on, you're almost there. The spark plug is hooked up, I do believe. Hard to pull and hold the camera, but we'll give her some spray. There we go. Spray makes everything better. Well, ran for a little bit. Whew. I think I'll keep spraying it and keep trying it again here. Alright, well, hopefully second time's a charm. Went ahead and I pulled the carb off again and got the main jet out this time. I tried it last time and it didn't seem to budge, so I didn't want to break it. Figured I could spray through it and clean it out, but apparently not. So clean that out. Hopefully good enough. Let's give her a try. It's still not running. I love it. Junk. Try a little spray maybe. I know it'll run on spray. Oh, no bueno. You know, you can buy them for like 20 bucks, but yeah, we'll keep trying. Alright, I think I figured it out. This one, apparently at some point, used to have an electronic gizzy that went to the bottom of the carburetor bowl, and that is long gone. And if you look at the two carburetors I've got, they're pretty much the same, but this one's got a nice hole here for the fuel to run in, and then this one has no hole, so no fuel can get into the main jet. I suppose that electronic little solenoid thing would somehow allow the fuel in with a different bowl and everything. But I don't have that, so I think I'm going to take this carburetor, take this choke out, put the choke from this one in. Yeah, I should be able to do that. And the only other difference is this has a little shutoff valve. I'll clean that out, make sure that's good. Clean out this carburetor and slap her on, and it might just work. I don't know. This is the price you have to pay for scavenging junk. Try to make things work. But yeah, I'll see if I can do that. Well, unfortunately, swapping the choke plate plan, or the lever plan, is not going to work because there is a brass bushing in there that is holding this plastic piece on, and I don't think I will get it out without wrecking anything. And even if I did, I don't know if it'd fit that other carburetor. So I just went straight to plan D for dumb, and I drilled a tiny little hole in there. So yeah, who's going to stop me? You're not going to stop me. I can do stupid stuff if I want. We'll put that on and see if it works. If it doesn't, whatever. I'll just buy another carburetor, like I should have done in the first place. Alright, I got the Mad Max Supermod carb on there. It worked this time. What could possibly go wrong? Nothing, that's what. Joke. Cool. See, you just gotta drill holes and stuff. It works fine. Alright, now I suppose, now that it runs, I'll plug something into it, see if it'll work. Alright, I got a button back up and we got a circular saw here. That ought to work. Let's see if she's gonna work. Well, that ain't bad for free. I can't complain. Free, and well, almost free. I did put like a quart of gas in it, so there's that. But other than that, I didn't spend a dime on it. And it runs pretty good.